up and I was like a sex slave, okay? I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters and I heard a lot. You have what's called the Illuminati. Illuminati. They do satanic ritual abuse.
The man you're seeing here is Jonathan Oddie, claiming to be a witness having inside information of the horrific crimes allegedly perpetrated by none other than Grammy-winning rapper and music mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs. Behind bars since September 2024, P. Diddy faces chilling allegations of sex trafficking and transportation for prostitution. And now, with a new U.S. District Court judge assigned to the case, Diddy is making his third bid for freedom, one that could change everything. But does P. Diddy truly deserve a chance at liberation? As the scandal continues to unfold, bold videos and pictures are popping up, including a wild interrogation from 2018 featuring a man named Jonathan Oddie. Oddie's strange claims regarding P. Diddy seemed crazy at first, but in the light of the recent events, they've all started to make sense. The only problem is, his claims extend beyond just P. Diddy, and if they are true, it means we've all been living a lie. It all began on May 18, 2018, when chaos erupted at a hotel, where Oddie took control of the lobby, firing shots at the roof, and draping an enormous American flag over the front desk in a dramatic protest.
Bad news because it's embarrassing. That's why it's about stormy situation, okay?
So you don't have
Family in the United States?
Yeah.
Just my dog Bubbles, my
Just your
service
dog?
Yeah. Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies.
The police eventually caught up to him, but Oddie was not ready to comply that easily. He can be seen firing shots at the officers as well.
Okay.
So who supported?
Hamas.
Hamas. Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worries.
Hamas supporter, okay? That's why I know this.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call it.
Oddie was shot in the legs by the police and he was ultimately arrested. But during his unsettling interrogation with the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, the 42-year-old unveiled his motivations that no one would have ever imagined. He claimed he had a settlement involving some famous politicians, and yes, P. Diddy himself. This video offers a chilling glimpse into the bizarre claims about P. Diddy that were initially brushed off as baseless allegations from a crazy man. But given the current scenario surrounding the rapper, they've started making a lot more sense.
They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay. Okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross,
Yeah.
and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter.
So
Okay?
who supported?
Hamas.
Hamas. Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worries.
Hamas supporter. You're my brother, so I like black people.
Okay.
My mom, I was raised by an African woman in my house. Okay. She was just a servant, but she was she took care of me.
Right.
So I love black people.
Okay.
I had settlement with Sean. Thursday, turning to Friday, basically, I went to Donald Trump. I went through the gates. I took I jumped the fence and I took the American flag, I put it in the front desk, and I blew the chandelier. Basically, what I did that for is to transmit a statement to the American people and to Donald Trump that we're not accepting any more corruption and abuse from their system. of friends.
Okay.
Okay. Donald's still blind because he thinks that he let Hillary off the hook and she's okay. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm trying. Okay. Keep going.
It ain't like that. The CIA, and then they want to do the same thing that he did to JFK. Okay.
All right.
Why? Because they want the United States to fall. They've already been creating a state of chaos and confusion in the United States, and they want the United States to fall. He did get help from the Saudis. He also got help from a lot of Republicans in here, which is the electoral college vote. And he got a lot of support from Republican people. I know you're gonna believe me. You have what's called the Illuminati.
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 Okay.
Yeah, Illuminati. Okay. They've made it in dance. Basically what it means, illuminated.
I got you.
Okay. They do satanic ritual abuse, which is basically CIA mind programming techniques to their own family, kids, etc. They're in the group, and they bond that way. Sexual pedophilia. They do animal abuse, killing of animals, blood sacrifices, and everything in the Bohemian Grove. The Clintons, okay. So is Donald Trump. He's also a distant cousin. So if you see, there's a direct correlation of the presence of the United States being bonded between family ties, okay?
Gotcha.
All these family ties, while not go back to the same place, the royal family in England, okay? The family here of the Illuminati are descendants of the royal British family, okay? They have children between themselves. Why? Because they have that issue, you understand? They want like superiority of the race. They see it that way. But it backfires on them because it makes them simple-minded. So Donald turned his back, but he's still trying to negotiate a peaceful way out, and they have an agenda to kill him, okay? Example, if you look at the Illuminati card games, example, okay? You look at the game, Illuminati card game?
I'm not familiar with it, so help me understand.
It's a card game.
It's a card game.
That tells you exactly what their agenda is.
Gotcha.
It's called mental pre-programming. That means that you predispose already. Once you play this, your mind is already predisposed at this happening, and you accepting it. Okay? So they have a picture of Donald dead in that game.
Oh, okay.
Alright? I'm not crazy. They have a picture of Donald dead. But they also had the Twin Towers. They had everything on there.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of like a hidden agenda, which they try to make it open to our eyes, but we really don't see it. We're so busy working.
It's kind of like hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Adi didn't hold back when he launched into some wild claims about the Illuminati, asserting that the big shots in America were all puppets dancing to their sinister agenda. He even dragged the British royal family into his conspiracy stew, insisting they were linked to the Illuminati too. But here's where it gets really interesting. When the officers pressed him on how he came by all this inside information, Adi's response was pure gold. And this is where P. Diddy comes in the picture. This was the beginning of a ride down the rabbit hole.
Hey, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
It's the black people. Okay. I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist. Okay, you're my brother, so I like black people.
Okay.
I had settlement with Sean, okay? And he belongs to that agenda. That's why he's so famous. They land all the contracts. It's his attorneys, which are Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes. Ben Mercedes worked for Bad Boy Entertainment for 4 years and worked for Hillary Rodman for 5. okay?
Now, Mark Garagos and Ben Mesalas are two names that carry a lot of weight in the legal world. These high-powered attorneys have defended some of the biggest names in the industry, like Michael Jackson and Chris Brown. But how are they related to Diddy? Well, back in 2015, the Los Angeles DA chose not to press felony charges after Diddy allegedly attacked a UCLA football coach with a kettlebell when his son Justin was sent home from practice. And guess what? It was Garagos who helped Diddy clean up the mess. Now, Ben Mesalas? His connection with Diddy goes even deeper. Way back in the Bad Boy record days, Mesalas had an internship directly under Diddy's wing. In 2019, at a Variety event, he credited Diddy's intense mentorship for preparing him for anything, including tough courtroom battles. It's clear these two attorneys had Diddy's back. But why is Adi mentioning it here? Well, you're about to find out.
When I take Sean the threat of death on me, okay? I don't have it, but I can make it available under secrecy. That means that I wouldn't be liable because I don't want to be getting framed for anything, okay?
All right.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a sex slave, okay? For them, that's what I was.
His mention of Cassie refers to Cassie Ventura, an American singer, dancer, actress, and model who famously had a tumultuous decade-long on and off romance with P. Diddy.
I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued him for the herpes and won. But they did. Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes were his attorneys, okay? And Christopher Leon's here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back to me accidentally, and it's possible I threw everything out. It's possible I can produce a copy.
Here's where things take a truly shocking turn. According to Jonathan Adi, he wasn't just a man with a political agenda. He claims to have been a sex slave for Sean P. Diddy and Cassie. Adi alleged that he contracted an STD during these encounters and even filed a lawsuit against them. And who were the lawyers defending Diddy during this? None other than the powerhouse team of Mark Garagos and Ben Mesalas. Now, it's easy to dismiss these claims as wild accusations, but here's the bombshell. Cassie herself, after finally splitting from Diddy in 2018, filed a lawsuit on November 16, 2023, in the U.S. District Court in Manhattan. Her allegations were equally disturbing. She accused the music mogul of abuse throughout their relationship. The Me and You singer revealed that her decade-long relationship with Diddy was a nightmare of violence and sex trafficking. She detailed how he held her under complete control, allegedly fueling his power with copious amounts of drugs and forcing her to participate in horrifying sexual encounters. In her lawsuit, Cassie claimed that Diddy's violent rages led to regular beatings, leaving her hiding in hotels for days until her bruises faded. She also recounted being coerced into what Diddy called freak-offs, where she was forced to perform sexual acts with sex workers, often under the influence of drugs like ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, and ketamine. Some critics argue that Cassie's allegations were just a desperate diss at Diddy, her ex-partner, especially since her lawsuit was dropped one day after it was filed. However, a recently leaked surveillance footage has surfaced, allegedly showing Diddy in a compromising situation where he physically assaulted Cassie's former partner, Ventura. This shocking revelation has thrown gasoline on an already blazing fire, forcing fans and critics alike to reconsider the entire saga.
That was captured inside of a Los Angeles hotel in 2016 allegedly shows Combs assaulting then-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a hallway. A now settled lawsuit filed by Ventura claimed that she was trying to leave the hotel after a drunken Combs punched her. The video appears to show Combs chasing her down the hall, throwing her to the ground, and then repeatedly kicking her.
Now, Adi's story may sound outrageous at first, but given Cassie's disturbing revelations years later, and with this video, his claims start to seem more plausible. It's crucial to remember that Adi used to be a stripper with a colorful past, having once worked for the adult entertainment site Dancing Bear, aligning his background with the dark and twisted allegations surrounding one of the biggest figures in the music industry.
Now, how does this lead towards Donald Trump?
Okay.
The Mercedes family, Ben Mercedes, that works with Mark Garagos. Mark Garagos used to be Michael Jackson's attorney.
Yeah, out in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had he drugged Michael and they OD'd him, okay? He didn't overdose. They OD'd him because they keep the royalties of the music. Michael alone made $860 million alone. The music companies. Who represents the media and entertainment in the United States? Most of them, Mercedes does. Kenny Mercedes, which is Gruber Mercedes Shire out of New York. Okay. So what they've been doing is they've been promoting a hate agenda against Trump. So people hate him. Okay, because they know he is very alpha. Okay, very alpha in the sense that he likes money, he likes to make money, and he likes women, and they know they want to defame him in certain ways with Stormy, with other people, because they want him out of the government, okay? Don is intelligent. We have a similar type of intelligence and overview of things. The only thing is he's not seeing that Hillary is a distant cousin of his, and Obama have a different plan for him. No offense with Obama. I love each and every American, but he was part of that 9/11 agenda. He's a CIA agent, an ex-CIA agent. That's why there's so much identity issues with Obama. Who knows his real name? They say he was born in Indonesia and he's also born in Hawaii. Nobody knows. Why? Because he's an ex-CIA agent.
Okay.
Basically, Osama bin Laden never existed. It was a creation of the CIA, and it was Obama in a cave talking shit and looking like an Arab. And then they bombed Twin Towers.
Now, these are some serious allegations coming from Adi. One might assume he's just seeking attention or bluffing, but the chilling details that follow are downright horrifying. At first, his revelations may have seemed like wild fabrications, but given the recent developments surrounding P. Diddy, they raise a significant question. Is everything really a grand scheme to deceive people?
Okay, so my problem is, I'm here to expose each and single one of them to the American public for the crimes committed on September 11th, 2001, and therefore, okay?
Now tell me though, how all of that led up to Thursday night, Friday morning.
Well, I've been trying, my settlement put me in a box. Basically, I couldn't talk because I was going to be sued. So I let it be, but they've been following me, and they've had, Mark Garagos has had the FBI on me, has had other agencies looking at me and spying on me, okay, because they want to set me up as an extortionist, like if I was extorting Sean for money. It's wrong. Basically what happened is Diddy and Ross, which they're good buddies, okay, they're gay.
Who?
Both Diddy and Ross and Khaled, they're all gay. Okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross,
Yeah.
and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Okay, so here Adi claims that Diddy is gay, but let's face it, There's no concrete evidence to back it up. His history is filled with high-profile relationships, all with women, painting a picture of a straight man. Yet, there's one particular video circulating online that raises eyebrows and hints at something deeper, which makes one wonder if it was more than mere coincidence. In 1998, Diddy and Mike Tyson made a memorable appearance on Keenan Ivory Wayans' short-lived talk show. Under ordinary circumstances, having a heavyweight champion like Tyson sitting beside you would send chills down anyone's spine. Yet in this particular moment, it was Mike who appeared noticeably uncomfortable in Diddy's presence. While much of the interview unfolded casually, a fleeting moment of palpable awkwardness emerged when Diddy's hand inched a little too close to Tyson.
But it was like, I just felt I was embarrassed for like weeks.
The good truly is about the Benjamin, as we see.
Oh yes, he's glittering.
It truly is about the Benjamin.
You caught that moment, didn't you? Mike, wearing a nervous smile, subtly brushed Diddy's hand away before quickly scooting to the side. Sure, it could have been a simple gesture, but what if it was actually a sly pass from Diddy that was swiftly shot down? Well, one might have ignored it if it was only one incident. You see, another video from the 2014 Golden Globe Awards recently surfaced online following Diddy's arrest. In the video, the Irish singer and songwriter Bono appeared to veer away from the rapper after he attempted to kiss him on his cheek. Well, maybe we're reading too much into these gestures, but perhaps we'll never know what the truth really is. Back to Adi now.
Is a Hamas supporter.
Okay. Who supporter?
Hamas.
Hamas. Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worries.
Hamas supporter. Okay.
Right.
Basically, he's Arab, Palestinian. Okay. The Ciroc agenda, okay, is basically binge drinking poured out on our youth. They promote binge drinking and drugs.
Gotcha.
The hip-hop agenda was laid out by Obama during his last presidencies purposely. That's why they had Tupac killed, because when they kill them, you gain fame. When people, your record sales go up, and then people listen to your lyrics and everything, and then you become famous, okay? That's how they do it, all right? Tupac's still alive.
Yeah.
He's in Cuba. Is an agenda to move drugs all over the United States. You need to inform the DEA. They move all the dope, okay, all the dope on private jets, which don't get screened by
customs,
by the inside the United States. Okay, they move what's called high grade powdered MDMA. They move cocaine, and they move liquid cocaine in their bottles too. Okay, so they put the liquid cocaine in the bottles and they move it. I've seen the liquid cocaine, I've drank it myself, having sex with Diddy and Cassie. Okay, it's not good. He drinks it all the time. Alright, he calls it G-Juice, but it's liquid cocaine.
Alright.
Adi has just made the eyebrow-raising claim that Tupac is still alive and hiding out in Cuba. Now, let's take a jog down memory lane. Tupac Shakur, a groundbreaking rapper and cultural icon, was gunned down on September 7, 1996, in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas, Nevada, succumbing to his injuries 6 days later. The controversy surrounding Tupac's death is nothing short of explosive. For years, conspiracy theories have swirled, and some alleged that Sean P. Diddy Combs was somehow involved in Tupac's murder. This claim is rooted in the fierce rivalry between East Coast and West Coast hip-hop artists in the 90s, which was exasperated by the notorious feud between Tupac and Biggie Smalls, Diddy's close associate. In the aftermath of Tupac's death, speculation arose that Diddy might have had a motive linked to the escalating tensions in the hip-hop community. Things took a wild turn when Dwayne Kefidi Davis, the gang member arrested in connection with Tupac Shakur's murder, made statements implicating Sean P. Diddy Combs in the events leading up to Tupac's death. In a 2018 documentary, Davis claimed that P. Diddy had put out a hit on Tupac and that the feud between their respective camps contributed to the violence that ultimately led to Tupac's murder. Ever since the incident, theories have fueled a narrative of betrayal, conspiracy, and hidden truths that continue to intrigue and shock fans to this day. Adi's claim adds another layer to this already tangled web.
How do I know there's a conspiracy against Trump? Because it's in the Illuminati card deck. He should look at it for himself.
But let me bring you back to Thursday night, Friday morning.
Sure.
I mean, how did all of this? I think I better understand what you're saying. But what I want to know is, how did that prompt you? How did that make you do what you did that night?
Well, we're getting to a point that his assassination is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because it's an agenda they're perpetrating on the media and the news. Example, Madonna is a client of Mercedes, Ben Mercedes.
Mm-hmm.
He has her go on public TV and say, oh, someone should, I thought so many times of going up and blowing up the White House.
Gotcha.
Okay, they gave her that little message. That little message is Hillary's message, okay? Because Hillary sends it to Gary Ross, and Gary Ross gives it to Mercedes, and they give it to
Gotcha.
the
Yeah,
dog.
yeah.
Okay, now
I get all of that.
you're gonna need an internet so I can show you. If I show you the website, you're just gonna go like, oh fuck.
All right. Help me understand you.
Sure.
How old are you?
I'm 42. I've been through all my life. I've had a great life. I've settled $4.125 million with Diddy. Okay, but he's scared that I was gonna expose him.
I don't want to talk about Diddy right now. I want
Okay.
to talk about you. Help me understand you. I mean, obviously we never met.
I know.
I don't know you from Adam's cat.
I know.
I'm trying to, we'll
That's
get back to the
Hey,
event.
I
in a minute.
got.
All right.
Adi again alleges that he has settled for millions of dollars with Diddy because he's afraid of being exposed. Once again, it's important to highlight that Diddy has wielded his wealth and settlements like a shield, expertly navigating his way out of multiple controversies. His past beefs with other celebrities, including Wendy Williams, have a way of resolving themselves almost miraculously.
I know I pissed a lot of people off, including you. Mm-hmm. But this is a full circle moment, everybody.
yes.
Get into adult conversation.
Yes.
But it begs the question, is there a hidden network of powerful allies working behind the scenes to protect him? Could Adi really be telling the truth? Well, let's dig into Adi's own financial history for a moment. In August 2014, Jonathan Adi's 6-year marriage crumbled, leaving him in a shocking state. He claimed to be worth negative $1,800, barely scraping by on $2,000 a month as a self-employed fitness trainer. His financial affidavit filed in Miami-Dade Circuit Court also revealed the grim reality that his debts far outweighed his assets. But then something unexpected happened. Less than a month after his divorce from attorney Tonya Troutwine, Adi suddenly embarked on a buying spree. He snapped up 5 distressed properties for a staggering $765,000, and that too within just 2 months. What's more, records indicate that he paid cash for all these properties. So how did a man who was deeply in debt just weeks earlier come into enough cash to make such a bold move?
I got like 30 years of dollars. I'm good.
Where you from?
I was born in South Africa. My name is
What town? What city?
Newcastle, the Valley of 1,000 Hills. I'm from Zululand. I'm what you call a Zulu.
Okay. All
I
right.
was born there. And then my parents were Latin descent from Argentina. They escaped the military dictatorship in Argentina.
Pinochet, all that?
No, the Argentina one. Yeah, my Pinochet was a Chilean one, but
Chile, okay,
I can't remember. It was like a military dictatorship. I can't remember the names.
All right. How many years did you stay in South Africa?
12 years in South Africa, and I stayed 12 years in Argentina, and then I came here to the United States, and I've been here 20 years since.
Okay. So you got a mother and father? They're still alive?
Dad came and visited me. He died here of cancer, and mom went back at home. I think, visiting with my sister in Europe.
Okay. What year did your father pass away?
2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Did that have any effect on you? I mean, what was
Not really.
your relationship like with your father?
Well, I suffered a little child abuse when I was a kid.
Okay.
And I believe he's not my real dad, but it's okay, you know.
All right.
I sometimes, you know, maybe that's what he thought. I don't know.
All right.
I'm divorced.
You're divorced?
Yeah.
Okay.
My ex-wife is tired of trying to whine. I told her she's an attorney.
She's an attorney?
Yeah.
Where she live?
In Boca Raton.
In Boca Raton?
Yeah.
Okay. Does she know anything about this? Have you talked to anybody?
Yeah, she kind of knows. But what happened was they've been tapping me so much on my phone through intelligence. I figured out how they tap their iPhones.
Okay.
And basically it's gone all the way up. And I've seen even Hillary knows they've been watching me. They've been watching my
Now come back to me. We'll get back into that in just a minute. Let's just stay with your family members and everything.
Sure.
I'm just wondering if you talked to your ex-wife or anybody.
I thought no about what happened about this.
Yeah.
No, this was only me. It was premeditated to give a message to the American public, a wake-up call. It's called a wake-up call. It's like when somebody rings a bell for Americans to wake up. Americans like you, like me, like all of us here.
All right, you said premeditated, so you thought about this. You thought this through?
Yeah.
How long have you been thinking about it?
It's easy. That's like.
Help me understand. I don't.
Well, really,
when you say premeditated, you must have been thinking about it for a while. How long have you been thinking about doing what you did?
Well, when I say premeditated, it means that I went and did it by myself. That's all. Think about it like for a month.
Okay.
I didn't plan it for a month.
Okay. When you say premeditated, I thought maybe you planned it out. Like
I ran my own personal investigation, which I figured out by myself that this is going on, and we're still having issues of corruption at the highest place in our government.
I get that. I'm trying to understand
I don't
if you got
talk to
somebody
people.
that you interact with on a daily basis.
Yes, I have a good friend, a breakfast buddy. His name is Luis David Gonzalez, and we go to the gym every day. He has nothing to do with what happened Thursday. Though he's a witness, he's gotten shot at by them, and he's a witness that Ross came and threatened me at my house post-settlement. After we settled, Diddy sent Ross, and I asked him to go see if that was Ross, and he confirmed his identity.
It's highly likely that at the time, officers weren't exactly buying Adi's claims. That's probably why they kept circling back to him, evaluating his background and digging deeper into his story instead of the allegations he was making.
So Gonzalez, he can back up what you're saying about P. Diddy and Ross and all that? Okay, all right. And you said Gonzalez didn't know anything about what you did? You didn't talk to him before?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
He knows nothing. He was actually worried about me. He's like, hey, what's up? And I told him, look, man, what's happening is he's trying to cool things down, but then the feds have been harassing him. The feds. They have a big file of me like this, the feds. Because P. Diddy and Mark Garibus have been trying to set me up and lock me up as an extortionist, asking for money. It was not so. My settlement was breached, and my settlement terms is one was called peaceful enjoyment. That means that if I went to your house or I did something, you'd have to pay me the full amount back and forth.
I get all that.
So I've been going through that since like 2012 still.
All right, and Gonzalez knows about that? You talked to him about that kind of stuff?
I talked to him alone because he's the only one that knows since the beginning.
Gotcha.
And then my ex-wife, she knows she saw the contract. She has a contract, a picture of the contract. Told me to try one. You need to call her and ask her for a copy of the settlement agreement.
Okay, all right. Where do you live at? Where's your house, or do
Really
you have
close.
a house?
Unit 177, just down the road from Trump's. You see, I want you to live close to Trump because I know they don't like being close to Trump.
All right. You got a roommate? You
Just
live
myself.
alone? Okay, all right. How do you get around? You got a car?
Yeah,
Motorcycle,
Jeep.
things like that? You got a
A
Jeep?
Jeep. It looks like a military Jeep.
Okay. Where is that Jeep right now?
Police have it in custody.
Tell me about your employment. What do you do for work right now?
Okay, right now I'm self-employed. I work with minerals and gemstones with my own company called Pegasus Mineral Trading.
Okay.
That I inherited from my father. Previously, I've been
Well, before you go any further, do you have like an actual office someplace? Do you work from home?
work from home.
Okay, so you pretty much like online business?
Yeah, but I get busy 2 seasons a year, like really busy. I get September and February.
Okay.
So it's like 15 days non-stop.
Going with that is if you work from home, do you have a computer? Do you work
No,
on the telephone? How do you do business?
What I did is I threw away everything I had because
Well, before you go, what is everything? What did you, when you say you threw away everything, what's that?
my documents, everything I had, because I know they've been trying to follow me, and I just don't want my personal info getting,
I got you. No, I think I understand, but I mean, what I'm trying to understand is how can you have a business and not have a computer or work the phone?
Oh, I haven't. I just threw them away the same day. I threw it all away.
You threw what away?
My computers and everything.
Where do you throw them away at?
The garbage.
In your garbage? At your...
Yeah, because they've been spying on me through that. They spy you through your computer, through your iPhone. They spy you through your TV screen, the cameras. Even if they off, they manage to do it. It's called intelligence. The CIA is available, can do anything.
Let me make sure I understand you now. Now, when you say you threw them away, you threw them into like a dumpster, or did you just throw them away in your trash can
In my
and you
trash
threw them
can.
away in the dumpster?
In my trash can.
Okay. Well, exactly what was it? Just like one computer?
No, everything. My documents, the settlement agreement, my computer, everything I threw. The TV, everything that they had been surveilling me on, I took it off because I wanted them to be in the dark.
Okay.
So now they kind of freaked out, they kind of spooked out. But it needed to be done. And Donald needs to do his presidency correct. And he needs to know that these people are running him into the ground, running the country into the ground.
If you thought this interrogation was strange up until now, just wait. What Adi said next is enough to ignite controversies for the next decade.
You've been fed the wrong foods and medicines which blind you, okay? Most of the pharmaceutical industry is bogus, okay?
I agree with you there.
I can tell you right now, they have you popping pills and they poison you slowly so you die, okay? That's the truth. You don't need any medicine. You're strong. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Your body is called, the only way to come out now is called immunotherapy. That's all you need. Vitamins, immunotherapy. That's all you need.
All right.
About my work ethics. Okay, previous places that I've worked at. In the United States. Well, do you want to know all of them or?
As much as you can tell me, help me understand.
Okay,
you said you work for Pegasus right now, right? But you threw away all your stuff.
Yeah, because it's a family business. It's really
Okay.
simple. It's just like I just need to use square cash.
Go there.
And at least I avoid other dummies trying to fuck up our country. Excuse my language.
No, you're good, man.
And my people, because my Americans are my people.
Okay.
I have issues with people, and that's why I'm my people.
All right, tell me. All right, let's go back to a Thursday night, Friday morning. Before you did what you did,
Well,
what was your state of mind? I mean, what were
it
you
was
thinking?
cool as ice. I went there, I knew what I was doing. It's not like I didn't know what I was doing. I knew what I was doing, and my point was, take down the flag and put it in the front desk and call the police, shoot the chandelier to tell them to stop getting Saudi Arabia money.
All right.
That's all, because Obama is behind him, so is Hillary, okay? So he's got to stop taking the Arabian money because he's letting everything slide. He's letting Obama stand right behind him, and so Hillary. He knows who they are.
Mm-hmm.
He knows who they are. So does the CIA. Maybe the Secret Service doesn't because you all work for the president, correct?
Right.
You already work for the president. So the problem is, you are his circle, the CIA, and then are a different circle.
Well, let me rephrase that. We don't work for him. We provide a service to protect him.
Exactly. That's why I want you to talk, and I would like this to be told to Donald Trump. Why is it bugging him so much? Why is he lying to the people? Why is Donald lying to the people about a story?
And how does that make you feel personally?
I know the truth. I think it's a dummy situation. I think he should put his pants up and explain to the American people what's the problem is. Stormy was sent by Geragos and Nadi. Okay? They know each other because I know Christopher's been talking to Geragos for years. They've been doing, my attorneys here, Mace Laura, they've been doing business. They've been getting referrals for years after I cut the deal with Diddy. They made friends and they be doing deals.
I understand
and
all that.
They threw me into the feds
Well,
for conspiracy of something that I had not done. I was claiming the way the story is, it works as the following. Donald has an issue. His doctor prescribing Propecia. You know what Propecia is?
it's the skin or the hair.
Hair growth thing.
Right. Mhm.
Okay? So basically what happens when you take Propecia, your dick goes limp. Has air issues. His doctor, birthday, slipped the Propecia out, okay? So for him, Stormy's story is bad news because it's embarrassing. That's why he's going crazy with that. It's not that he's lying to the American people. He's embarrassed about Stormy's situation, okay?
Jonathan Oddie was ultimately sentenced to 30 years in prison in 2023. He had pleaded guilty of charges of armed assault, aggravated assault with a firearm, and firing a weapon from a vehicle.
What bond are you seeking? Because I don't think $20,000 is high enough.
The judge raised Jonathan Oddie's bond to $1 million for each count of attempted murder on a police officer.
More than, I believe, two uniformed officers, in addition to the unarmed security guard.
Oddie's mental health issues were also acknowledged during the proceedings, but the court emphasized the need for accountability given the severity of his actions. However, his bizarre allegations were never substantiated. But here's where the real drama starts, showing that Oddie may have been correct all along. Diddy's history with law was no fairy tale. But following Cassie Ventura's courageous revelations about the abuse she endured, the allegations against Sean Diddy Combs started escalating dramatically. Here's what a witness about Diddy's abuse towards Cassie Ventura had to say.
In the living room area, and she's there, and he was like, emotional singing, there you are. And I just was like, oh, he's talking to me. I don't know if you know what his voice sounds like, but I felt like I was in the presence of his monster inside. And I remember looking in his eyes, and I said to him, what did y'all do? She was really sedated. That was the first time I ever seen her high before. And then he says, tell your girl she wants some birthday.
So after Cassie's lawsuit stirred up some massive controversy, set off a chain of events that are now playing a pivotal role in his dramatic legal saga and subsequent downfall. On November 23, 2023, 2 additional lawsuits surfaced, including one detailing sexual abuse and revenge porn, implicating Combs and Aaron Hall in a disturbing incident from the early 90s. As of October 1st, 2024, reports emerged of a forthcoming wave of up to 120 lawsuits involving claims from both male and female victims, some minors. alleging assaults primarily from the 2000s and 2010s.
In her lawsuit, Thalia, through her attorneys, sues Sean Diddy Combs, also known as the defendant, and another individual and other entities. The complaint alleges in part, in the first cause of action, that defendant Combs and another defendant committed a, quote, violation of New York City Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Act by viciously and violently forcing sexual contact, quote, section 52-B, end quote, by, quote, raping plaintiff and recording it. Defendants caused plaintiff to be depicted in a video image, unclothed and with intimate body parts exposed.
But many relationships became aggressive and abusive, which has made me feel even more alone in my struggles. I go through spells of being distant and withdrawn that it's sometimes so hard to leave my house. Trauma of the assault has taken a toll on my mental health.
The growing legal onslaught has prompted attorneys to highlight the complicity of bystanders who ignored or facilitated the alleged abuses. With over 3,000 individuals reportedly coming forward, the man at the center of it all is currently facing serious federal charges, including racketeering, sex trafficking through force, fraud, conspiracy, and coercion. To add fuel to the fire, the authorities are claiming that Diddy led a whole criminal enterprise using his power, influence, and wealth. And with that power, combined with violence, he started to manipulate those around him into participating in and facilitating drug-fueled sexual escapades. These bizarre and disturbing performances often involved male sex workers and a chilling pattern of repeated abuse against women he had been dating even decades back. The indictment also alleges that he and his associates engaged in illegal activities, such as kidnapping, arson, and bribery to further their twisted objectives. Now, let's have a look at some of the lawsuits filed against him. Many of these lawsuits reflect similar themes and allegations of sexual assault, violence, and coercion, where victims claim he dangled opportunities in front of them to make them do his bidding. It's important to note that most of these lawsuits predate the government's claims about his criminal activities, raising the question of whether these civil cases might influence the outcome of his criminal trial. On November 23, 2023, Liza Gardner stepped forward with her own lawsuit, claiming that back in 1990, when she was just 16 years old, she and a friend met him and singer-songwriter Aaron Hall at an event hosted by MCA Records. Later that night, she alleges that they were invited to Hall's apartment for an after-party. It was there that she claimed she was offered drinks and then coerced into having sex with him, only to be sexually assaulted by Hall right afterward. The situation escalated when she claimed that he later showed up at her home, enraged, and physically assaulted her, choking her until she lost consciousness. Fueled by her pain, she sued him for battery, assault, sexual assault, and negligent infliction of emotional distress. Notably, she invoked the Trafficking Victims Protection Act, which permits victims of sex trafficking to sue their alleged traffickers. Additionally, she filed for claim under the New York Adult Survivors Act, which created a 1-year window allowing survivors of sexual assault, regardless of when the abuse occurred, to seek justice against their abusers. Lisa's lawsuit was filed right before the deadline of November 24, 2023. The law was passed to address the complexities surrounding sexual assault cases, as many victims often hesitate to come forward immediately or struggle to recognize themselves as victims. In the civil context, they now have a chance for justice, even when criminal charges may no longer be an option. We can't overlook another disturbing case from November 2023. Joy Dickerson also filed a lawsuit that month, which she later amended in June 2024. She alleges that back in 1991, while she was a college student on break, she went out to dinner with him, claiming they had mutual friends, and even that she appeared in one of his music videos. However, that night took a dark turn when she alleges he drugged and raped her, even going so far as to videotape the horrific assault, something she only learned about later from a male friend who claimed he had seen the tape. And these are just a few of the lawsuits against him. As the lawyers of this unsettling tale unfold, it makes one wonder, how deep does this web of deceit and abuse go? Each lawsuit adds another piece to a chilling puzzle that paints a portrait of a horrible man whose once glittering career was just a facade to cover up for his haunting legacy of alleged violence and exploitation. Also, remember the freak-off session Cassie mentioned in her lawsuit? Well, like Epstein's list, a new roster of celebrities allegedly connected to Diddy's so-called freak-off sessions is making the rounds on social media. This infamous list includes the likes of Leonardo DiCaprio, Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Ashton Kutcher, and more. The buzz is so intense that Usher and Pink have scrubbed their posts on X, while whispers suggest Justin Bieber may have been among Diddy's victims.
Ellen, were you surprised by the allegations about P. Diddy? Did that surprise you about P. Diddy? He's been on your show many times. Have you been?
In light of these allegations and cases, Adi's statements from 2018 seem much more credible now, don't they? What are your thoughts about the P. Diddy case? And do you think all these allegations and lawsuits hold any truth to them? Share your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.